What's up YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing great. If you're new to me, my name is Mutsa. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome. We're at it again, and in today's video I'm going to be doing something basic, sort of like beginner friendly. I'm going to show you the do's and don'ts of makeup, and today I'm going to be specifically focusing on the eyes, right? So I'm going to show you my tricks, what I use, and the knowledge that I have when it comes to eye makeup, and I'm going to share that with you. So if you're interested in any of that, and if you're a beginner, I promise you this will be really helpful. Stay tuned. As you can see, we are up close and personal because I really want you guys to see the details that I'm going to go through on the eyes. On the one side, I'm going to show you what to do, and the other side, I'm going to show you what not to do. So on this side, I'll show you what not to do. Okay, and I'm going to go in with a black pencil, right? Okay, this is what not to do, right? I've seen a lot of people who do their brows with black. Not unless you're a pro, guys. I advise you not to use black because it's harsh. You don't want your eyebrows looking that harsh, right? And they usually over exaggerate their brows. Right, and then they go in and color in their brows like this. Guys, just take note, I'll probably over exaggerate this side because I want to push for a point. I want you guys to get it, right? So this is how not to do your eyebrow. Given the shape is correct and everything like that, but one, the color that we used is wrong because they look harsh. You don't want your eyebrows to look this harsh, right? You want them to look natural. I understand that the hairs are black, but you don't have to use a black liner. Instead, you use a brown eyeliner. I don't care where you get the brown eyeliner from. It could be from, I don't know, the most expensive store or just down the street. It doesn't matter, but make sure it's brown. And take note, there are different shades of brown. Make sure the brown that you get complement your natural look, like how your tone is and everything like that. What you want to do is you want to comb up the hairs so that you get the general shape of your eyebrows. Notice we didn't do that here. You want them to go up so that you have the general shape, and you take a brown pencil and you go. When you draw the outline of your pencil, guys, do not exert too much force on the pencil. You lightly draw your brows like this, starting from where your brows start naturally and outlining the brows like this. Notice, guys, how I followed just the natural shape of my brows, right? And then you fill in your brows. You don't color them in. This is not arts and crafts. You don't color in your brows. You fill them in, right? And the easiest way to do it is to do it with upward strokes like this. Let's do the upward strokes here and see how lightly I'm doing it. And then you go back in with your spoolie. So you can use a spoolie like this, or you can use a brush like this. I love brushing my hairs going up and out like this. And then this part of your eyebrows, right? This should look as natural as ever. For you to achieve that, you just brush them out like this so that they sort of fade out as they get to here and they look natural. And voila. Notice as well, I talked about this in a video that I did on brows, right? Generally, you don't want your brows to exceed this. So the end of your nose, the end of your eye, like this. That's where your brows should stop. And they should start here. That's how they should align. Unlike this side, see where they align? Do you see this? And if we take it like this, right? You don't want to be looking some type of way. You just want to look just right, just natural, even though we know that we have drawn your brows on. So the next part is cleaning out your brow, right? I'm just gonna show you how they do it this side. This is what not to do. The other mistake that I've seen people doing is using too much concealer to clean out your brows. you see? So what not to do is using all these products on your eyelid, and then because when you blend it out, it will be so hard to blend and you have wasted all this concealer. See the amount of concealer we wasted putting up here. This is how to perfectly do concealer on your eyebrows, right? You take a little bit of concealer on the brush, just a little bit, enough to do the job, right? Here. And then start at the mid of the brow like this, light-handed. Go. Notice how I'm doing it in short little strokes. So when you do your brows in little strokes like this, it eliminates or it decreases the chance of you making a mistake, right? Instead of doing it in one long like thingy magic. Do you see how I used a little and it took me like a long way? That's what we want with makeup products. A little goes a long way sometimes. And then afterwards, see how I put all this product for nothing? Afterwards, you need to clean up the product that you put with the same brush. I'm just using a clean brush to clean all excess of concealer. For the top part of your brow, right, you can use the same concealer. Remember, your concealer needs to be like a shade or two lighter than you. Don't go all the way like 15 shades lighter than you. It won't look natural. On the top of your brow, you can either use a concealer that is in your actual skin tone, right? That will work just fine because it will make blending way easier. Or you can actually use the foundation that you put on your face to do the top part of your brow. It makes blending so much easier, and like this. The concept is the same. Use minimal product. Don't use too much product. And when I'm cleaning up my look with concealer, remember, I'm just also following almost the shape of my eyebrow. I don't want to lose that. Once you're done like this, guys, did you see the amount of product I used here and the amount of product that was used here? You blend it out, right? So you place your brush where your brow starts like this. And you drag it out like so. You need to blend the top of your eyebrow. You need to blend. You have to blend it out. All this concealer, it has to be blended out. So I've seen a lot of people don't use concealer or eyeshadow primer before they put their eyeshadow. So this is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to use this brush like this. Then they usually go like this. So what I'm doing here is using a shimmer color as my transition, right? And then I'm just putting it like this. And then on my eyelid, just gonna go with this brown color. So this is one of the common mistakes. So it does come out, but it's not as great as it should be because you see, you don't see this brown color, the shimmer brown color here, because we dragged the eyeshadow like this on our eyelid like this, and it's really not sticking. We are not getting the best of it because there was no agent to make it stick to the eyelid, and the agent in this case is concealer. The right way of doing eyeshadow, right, is to either you use eyeshadow primer like this or a concealer. What these two do, guys, is they make sure that the eyeshadow sticks on your eyelid, right? Because remember, eyeshadow is a powder. If you put powder to a dry surface like this, like just a little powder stays on, the rest of it falls off, right? That's the same idea. If you don't put like a concealer or eyeshadow primer, the eyeshadow will not stick nicely to your eyelid, one, and secondly, it won't pop. I'm going to go in with the concealer because a lot of people have concealer, right, on your eyelid like this. Remember, as little as possible. And then the next thing I want to explain to you guys, remember here what we did is we used a shimmer color up here, right? I want to show you what shimmer colors are. These are the shimmer colors that are like shiny. Do you see them? These are shimmer colors. Generally speaking, don't use shimmer colors as your transition color unless you know your stuff and unless you know how to blend. Stay away from shimmer colors as transition colors. The matte eyeshadows, these are the ones. They are not shiny or anything, they are just color in eyeshadow. So for a transition color up here, you want to go with a matte color, the ones that are not shiny. One color is my transition color. I generally like my transition color to be almost the color of my skin, right? Or like nice little pastels or light colors. I love that. I love how they transition. Unless you are going to go for a bold look that requires you to put a bold color, for example, a cut crease or something like that. But this is generally what she needs to do when it comes to transition colors, right? When you're blending out, you hold it like this, right? So when you put it on your brush, you go on your brow, you pat it on, right? And like what we did this side, remember on this side we were swiping, we were like, but this one you just pat it on and then lightly blend, guys. And then lastly, guys, I'm going to put the color here. I'm going to go with the same brown that I put here, right? When you put your eyeshadow, right, especially on the eyelid, you pack it on. You don't swipe it off like this. You pack it like this. Take just a little bit more. Do you see how this eyeshadow just sits nicely on the eyelid? And you can see, I don't know if you can see the difference between this eye and this eye. This is what we are going for an eyeshadow. This is what. So the next thing that I've noticed that people do wrong when it comes to eye makeup is using a blunt eyeliner. Do you see how blunt this is? Remember, the skin on your eyelid is very, very thin. We have to be extra careful and it's sensitive. I've seen people who use blunt pencils like this, so I'm just gonna do it, but don't try this at home. Guys, notice how my eyeliner, the line is not clean and it's thick and it's just... So to achieve a nice clean cut eyeliner, I'd like to use a dip eyeliner. So this side I've just done my eyeliner using a dip liner like this one. A dip one has a wand like this, right? Look at how nicely and easily it applies. I'm just going to go in with another coat just to make sure it's nice and dark. So notice this side that I used a dip liner, guys. It starts out thin here and then it thickens out as it go out, shaping my eye nicely. This is what we want to do. It gives the eye a nice little shape like this. Unlike this one, it just goes in because the pencil was blunt, because the eyeliner was blunt, it just went like this and did like, and it has a smudgy look. It's really not going to put foundation here so that I can show you how hard it is to blend out this concealer if you put too much of it like this, unlike when you put a little. I need my mirror for this. Before we even go far, guys, do you firstly notice how distorted this color has become? Instead of being brown like my true complexion and the true color of this foundation, it is way too light for me. Just this whole area is just way too light because there's so much concealer that's sitting there. I'm going to do the same thing on this side so that we can compare the end results together. So guys, I'm done with the foundation now. So I'm done with applying the foundation, and I just want you guys to see what I meant, right? So this is the side where we did everything correct, right? Take note of how the foundation blends so well with the concealer that we added, because we put minimal concealer. There was a little concealer that we used. So the blending is perfect here. It goes from your natural brow, it's not natural, but it goes from the brow into your foundation, and the color is the same, and the color is the color of your skin, of your foundation. So it goes in together nicely and it blends out nicely, right? This is what we're looking for. However, on this side, right, do you see, because there was too much lighter concealer that we put here, we'll call it a white concealer, there's this white line, sort of this whiteness just here, right? And then there's your eyeshadow color here. I hope you can see it. This is mainly because we used a concealer that is too white and we didn't blend it out correctly. So when you put on the foundation, this happened because it was hard for everything to blend on together. Okay guys, I'm just going to close my eyes so that you can see a close-up of how to do it right and what not to do. Finally, the one thing they do wrong, again, that I've seen, we talked about a blunt pencil, and then you go on your waterline with this blunt pencil, guys, and then they go here. Instead of going onto the waterline, they go here like this. So guys, can we okay. What ideally, do you see the waterline here is completely naked here? What you want to do is you want to go in with a sharpened pencil like this. I didn't say sharp, I said sharpened, because remember it's too close to the eye. So you want it to be, you don't want it to be like sharp, like pricking sharp, but just sharp enough to write on your waterline, right? When you say waterline, is this here, this area here. You see, that's where you want to put your eyeliner. So you take your sharpened pencil, and then you go onto your waterline like this, just gently. Do you see the difference between this eye and that eye? I prefer this look because it's nice. It just frames my eye the right way. Not this. This I don't know what. So guys, this is the complete look. I mean, judge for yourself which look you'd prefer. This eyebrow looks natural. The hairs are just going the right way. And the eyeshadow, like the transition color, it's there. It's blending in nicely with all the other colors. And you can see the shimmer colors. Everything is just popping. On this side, some of the colors were lost in the look. You'd swear we put purple only, but we didn't. The colors, they don't show up. The eyeliner here is sharp, it's clean, it's black. Here it's smudgy, it looks dirty, it looks like I don't know, yesterday's makeup. I have panda eyes. Someone calls them panda eyes. Do you see like this black circle here? Because of the underline panda eye. This is not what we are doing. This is how we need to do it. So